In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use Excel aggregate function. First, open Microsoft Excel and get your worksheet ready. The aggregate function is especially useful when you need to calculate values from a range of data, but you do not want Excel to be thrown off by things like error messages, hidden rows, or nested subtotal or aggregate formulas. In simple terms, it gives you more control than standard functions like sum or average. To understand why this matters, imagine you have a small list of sales figures. In that list, most of the cells contain normal numbers, but one cell contains an error such as a divide by zero result. Normally, if you use a regular average or sum formula on a range that includes an error, Excel may return an error instead of a useful result. This is where aggregate becomes a great option. Let's start by calculating an average while ignoring errors, which is often the most helpful use case. Select the cell where you want the average to appear. Then type this formula: equals aggregate, open parenthesis 1, 6, A2, A7, close parenthesis. After that, press enter. Here's what that formula means. The first number, 1, tells Excel to use the average function. The second number, 6, tells Excel to ignore error values in the selected range. And A2 through A7 is the range containing the data you want to analyze. Once you press enter, Excel will calculate the average using only the valid numbers and skip over the error. That makes your result much more reliable when your data is not perfectly clean. Now let's use the same idea to calculate a sum while still ignoring errors. Select the cell where you want the total to appear. Then enter this formula: equals aggregate, open parenthesis 9, 6, A2, A7, close parenthesis. Press enter to confirm it. In this version, the 9 tells Excel to use the sum function instead of average. The 6 still means ignore error values, and the range stays the same. Excel will then add all valid numbers in the range and leave out any error cells. The key thing to remember is that aggregate combines a function number, an option number, and a range. Once you understand that structure, it becomes much easier to adapt it for different calculations. It's a practical tool for working with messy spreadsheets and getting accurate results without having to manually clean every error first.